Thanks for joining us on 9 News Plus. I'm Chris Bianchi. You have one more week to help fill Colorado food banks by donating to the 9Cares Colorado Shares food drive. Money collected during the drive benefits Food Bank of the Rockies, which then distributes funds and food to food banks throughout the state. Here's a look at just some of the people that your donations help.
So the 9 News Morning Show is out here at the Montbello Rec Center. The Food Bank of the Rockies just does incredible work. They're partners with us for 9Cares Colorado Shares, and today they are handing out 300 boxes of food. Cars come through, they get a box of food, 1 or 2 boxes, a bag of potatoes, and a pumpkin.
So 2 weeks ago, they served more than 2,000 families right here at this site. They're even busier now than they were back during COVID.
There's a line of cars wrapped around the Montbello Rec Center, just showing how great the need is for a lot of those who are coming here today to receive these boxes. Since the cost of inflation has risen, they've seen the need just increase even more right here in this community, with many people being of the Latino or African American descent.
And you just heard Darius mention those inflation costs. Potatoes here are up 70%, and produce in general is up anywhere from 30 to 70%.
We got a one. Got it. Oh, Corey's got it. Chicken.
And believe it or not, they do 70 of these mobile food markets every month, traveling 12,000 miles all over the metro area just to get it done.
We got a one.
So as you can see, a lot of people coming through here. The need is just so great. So as we start off our 9Cares Colorado Shares food drive, we would really appreciate as much help as we can get.
Today's been one of the biggest days we've had in a while. We've had a big long line of cars.
Each month,
How are you doing?
it seems like this line keeps growing.
Some people are losing jobs. It's getting harder to buy fuel.
Pastor Jamie Houghton gets to know the families
That's wild.
who are waiting for their turn to pick up groceries from the Food Bank of the Rockies mobile pantry, located at the Franktown Seventh-day Adventist Church.
As things are getting tighter, the need for the food from the Food Bank of the Rockies is growing.
Here, volunteers serve their neighbors.
That's little Kenny over there. He's our 16th.
Neighbors like Rod Smith.
16 grandkids, yes. Helping out our granddaughters and our grandchildren.
Rod is an Air Force veteran. He's been out of work as a network engineer since January.
They're not willing to spend much time with me, that they can't afford me. You don't know what I'm willing to take.
He says with the high price of groceries, this mobile pantry helps fill in the gaps.
I'm not one that walks with my hat in hand very well. So it is appreciated what they're doing and can help folks out.
It's easier to help someone when I know where it hurts in the checkbook.
Charlotte Yarman picks up food for her family and for people who can't come get it themselves.
Seniors with no transportation, I like to help them out because they'll eat half portions trying to save for tomorrow.
She comes here with her grandkids where they feel welcome and part of a community.
I get to see smiles every time we come out.
Though times may be tough.
You find ways to make it stretch, and when things don't stretch, you're still trying to stretch.
It makes it a little easier knowing your neighbors have your back.
Yeah, that's gonna really help.
Courtney Yoon.
Have a great one.
9 News.
The Food Bank of the Rockies semi-truck pulls up and he parks all the way down there.
Twice a month, you'll find Lana Lopes standing here.
And then from this table, I'm behind here, and I grab the foods and we put them in the trunks of the cars.
Outside Colorado Community Church in Aurora, handing out food to those who need it.
In the 10 years I've been here, I have missed 2 times.
But there once was a time it was Lana in line, getting meals to feed her children, shortly after her family lost their income.
It's really what sustained us in probably those next 6 months of our lives until my husband got a job.
Did you ever picture yourself needing help like that?
No.
More people are finding themselves in a similar situation, with Colorado's inflation currently sitting at just under 8%, causing prices at grocery stores to rise.
It's just really difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Jennifer Greenfield is an associate dean and professor at the University of Denver's Graduate School of Social Work. She says last year, 1 out of 6 kids in Colorado was considered food insecure, as was 1 in 5 adults. Sadly, she anticipates those numbers getting worse.
One concern I have is that we are going to see higher natural gas prices this winter for heating our homes, and so the inflation rate may go up a little bit because of that.
The war in Ukraine has in large part caused natural gas prices to spike, something many people rely on to heat their homes in this colder weather.
If you're paying more to heat your home, then you probably have less in your food budget, and so those trade-offs are very real for a lot of folks.
Some of the people who've never needed help before might end up meeting Lana.
The cars, again, are just almost doubling and tripling.
And she promises to be there for them, no matter how harsh the winter may be.
We've been out here in blizzards. We've been out here in rainstorms that have turned to snow, but no, we don't. We just go.
Inside the food bank for Larimer County is a giving spirit.
There's definitely a need, for the food bank.
Connie Newman,
I work here in this area a lot,
has been receiving groceries from the food bank since she retired 4 years ago.
It certainly does help my budget.
She's on a fixed income.
I see there's cabbage.
And getting food here helps her make ends meet.
I suppose I'd be not buying, just not eating as much, maybe. I don't know.
But Connie doesn't like to stay still.
I'm a mover.
Wanting to return the kindness she's received from others.
I kept thinking it would be nice as a recipient to give back and help, and I think we all need that in our lives, to be giving back.
So Connie became a volunteer.
That's my spirit, to serve.
Helping out at the food bank for a little more than a year now.
I signed up, and the first day I worked, I knew this is where I wanted to be as a volunteer.
Connie has seen the need for food grow in her community.
And there's been a big increase over the last year of how many recipients there are coming in.
And feels proud to be a small part in helping others.
I mean, you can see the gratefulness that people have when they come through, and that it's helping them.
Courtney Yoon.
It's my home now.
9 News.
Hunger goes deeper than a feeling in your gut. It's a problem in every community in the United States.
This is a huge impact.
Research published in September by the USDA found more than 34 million people, including 9 million kids, were considered food insecure in 2021, meaning they didn't have reliable access to nutritious food. And the consequences, according to Dr. Pyle Coley,
they're changing the trajectory of their life and their health, and their child's life and health.
Can be lifelong.
So you can start to develop a lot of different health problems.
In adults, chronic health problems.
Conditions like diabetes, more high blood pressure, hypertension, something called hyperlipidemia or hypertriglyceridemia.
Especially when cheaper processed foods take the place of healthy, nutritious food.
So we're seeing kind of a lot of things that don't just in and of themselves confer risk, but they all add up together to give you heart disease, to give you blockages in your arteries, and essentially set you up for having risk from this #1 killer of men and women.
And in children.
Nutritional deficiencies can be very common. We can see a problem with bone development because they're not getting the right type of nutrition to develop their bones. And we can also see problems with IQ and cognitive development. And this can start as early as in the womb.
Then there are the psychological effects.
It causes a sense of shame. We see a very high incidence of anxiety and depression in adults and children and adolescents who have food insecurity.
Which can lead to substance abuse as a coping mechanism. But Dr. Coley says there is a way forward.
So talking about it, normalizing it, and acknowledging that it exists, I think is key.
With those able to lend a hand.
What we're doing by making this small investment today is actually saving the health system, saving our community, hundreds and thousands of dollars down the line.
Replacing hunger with happiness and gratitude.
Because you're translating that investment today into a healthier population, into less mental health problems, into less nutritional deficiencies, into a higher IQ population, and all of that is going to come back with dividends.
Have a good one, y'all. It's a big time of year, and you can make a difference in the life of those who are struggling with hunger. You can donate to 9Cares Colorado Shares Holiday Drive. You can do it simply by scanning the QR code on your screen to donate now, or you can also give when you shop at your local King Soopers. There's more information if you go to 9news.com/9cares.